So you
What
guys
is
had
it?
done your long rest inside the Lehman's tiny hut. Now that that has ended, you guys are now back into the room you were. Instead of just going to a side room to do that, you chose to do it in the spooky room for some reason.
Because we have the tiny hut.
Yeah, but you know,
We're very spooktacular.
okay. So, uh, additionally, question: would you guys have been doing watch throughout the time or no?
No,
As in,
unless
can
we
you
did
look at
set up an alarm on the doorway.
which doorway?
The
one
entrance.
in.
Yeah, the only entrance to this area.
You have to be more specific than that, please. Entrance to what area? Okay, there we go. Okay. I'll say that. Sorry, is Lehman's tiny hut? Is it visible from the? Is it visible from?
I'll be back momentarily. I need a hoodie. I'm
sorry.
freezing.
What does it look like from outside the hut?
It is opaque and any color I choose it to be. So I would have made it blend in to the room.
Very light grey.
Yeah.
Stone
So,
colored.
but is any of you okay? But none of you are like doing
You also
like-
can't pass through it unless you're allowed.
Correct.
Okay.
And it also more or less would have cut off like the actual doorway of how big it was.
Oh, if I randomly disappear, it is probably because I'm
Oh.
feeding my dog in like an hour.
Gotcha.
The magic of having health.
Oh, my answer was never questioned if I'd be able to attune to any of my items during this.
Long rest, yeah.
Okay.
Wait, did I get? I mean, I posted the whole full thing, but your item did, correct?
Yes, you did. I just was.
All-
I
all
never
the
got an answer
stuff.
when I asked.
Okay, because I sent you the first two things it did, like the first initial abilities in the DMs at one point, but
Yeah.
then later everything else.
I
Okay.
saw.
Who just joined? Okay. They're experiencing Wi-Fi issues heavily right now. But they'll be joining eventually. Okay. So back to my thing. I'll say that during the night, like during your rest period, for the first like several hours you didn't hear much. Then eventually you end up hearing the alarm about 6 hours in would have gone off. Actually,
Alrighty.
sorry, is the alarm something that'd be visible or is it an invisible?
It's invisible.
Okay.
Be a bit shit of alarm if it was visible.
Would you have done anything with that or no? And would you have been able to see outside of the hut?
Yes, you can see outside the hut.
You would have seen a singular person in some type of like cloak of sorts with a crossbow, kind of just looking around the area. Would they have heard do they hear the alarm or only you guys?
Depends on what it was set up as. You can either have it be audible or have it be like just
Okay.
purely mental.
It would have been audible.
Okay. They, upon hearing it, starts to run off, so you guys kind of would start to wake up hearing the alarm and then hearing the sounds of someone running.
Would
Go ahead.
Mortal would give chase to get a better look.
You suddenly stop hearing them move. Additionally, you can hear sounds from farther south of you in the entrance hall.
peering around the corner to see what I see.
Okay. Let's see what you can see. You see a person with a crossbow aimed directly at you. Identify yourself.
That's very rude. You should probably identify yourself first.
No.
Damn,
It's
he
not-
really told you.
Typically,
Hands
that's
up.
how.
Hands up. And they have the crossbow aimed at you directly.
Or why should I put my hands up?
Do you have any objects in your hand or no?
I have a shield in my hand, but that probably would be
Drop
around
your
the
shield.
other.
Drop your shield now.
I did say I'm looking around, so that probably my hand that's around the corner.
Yes. And they have a crossbow pointed directly at you.
I'm. All right, look here. You can clearly see what I'm wearing. I'm not particularly threatened by a singular crossbow shot.
Face. Do you not? Well, see, clearly you have little slits in your helm. Do you not trust that I? Well, perhaps you're too trusting of those, of your armor. You do not think I can clearly get a shot on your eye or whatever form you may possess, you human cauldron? What even are you?
See, exactly. You don't know what I am. You don't know where you should hit.
I am in the assumption that where the eye slits are, I can probably hit your head. And I have
That could be.
I have good
That could just be a
confidence.
decoy.
That
That could just be a decoy.
Hmm.
You don't know.
How about this? If you stand back, I'll pass and we won't talk. Sorry, I meant to. Sorry, journalist. I meant to start theme music in here. I apologize.
No, you're fine. I literally have
no.
roll 20 muted, so.
Oh,
that
that
just made
sucks.
my own.
Makes me feel bad. Okay, well that's something you might. Some DMs will get pissy, and I can see like some DMs just asking you to leave because they shit like that.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's rude inherently, but some people find it to be rude because like they consider it to be the atmosphere they create to be part of it, and you just choosing not to.
Well, it's not.
take
It's
it.
not that. It's
I didn't
tell
have
roll
anything playing,
Okay,
so I'm
then
not
tell
mad.
roll 20 to let us turn it down.
You can.
It won't let me. I cannot
Then
find
you're
the
just-
setting to turn it down.
Then you're not very smart. I don't. Okay, that's
Ooh.
that's being mean. But there's like you go to like audio and video, and there's one thing. There's a chat tech thing, and then there's just a singular master music volume level. Do you know how to get to that?
Yes.
Or so in settings. I'm sorry. I'm being a little mean
No,
for no
I-
reason. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
And you can change the master views. I have the music set kind of low, but I can pull it up a little bit since you know. But yeah, no. I feel like I've been okay. But either way, back to it. Either let me pass and my folks pass, or
I
wait,
mean, what business do you have down here?
I'm here to get to farther down, and I'm looking for. I have knowledge of a mask-like artifact. Do you possess such a thing?
I mean, I don't possess it. Does it look like I've got a mask on me?
You clearly there's others with you. You were in some type of magical object.
That was because we're sleeping.
You're sleeping in the tomb. I saw like tons of corpses surrounding you.
Yeah, look how many corpses are around here. You think, tiring work.
Hmm. Oh, shit. Did you acquire the mask? Your
I
group.
mean, no, we didn't acquire it.
What do you mean?
I mean, we didn't acquire it. It's very
Define acquire, please.
willingly gain it into your possession. Acquire.
Yes. So so you did not. Assumedly, it was within the entombed Goliath. Did you not pick the mask up?
There's no entombed Goliath back there.
Okay.
There was a bunch of undead, so I'm assuming what you're.
Well, it was a
saying-
dead on Goliath. Goliath, did you take the mask from that Goliath?
Remember, they're probably pretty hard to see that. Also, the one with Goliath like literally split in half and burned.
Well, are you saying that your voice didn't change at all? I'm assuming you're saying this in person.
I'm saying that in DM
Okay, then just
to
okay.
DM.
Okay.
Like
Do
that.
it,
That's kind of
Do a
that was.
Moritar voice. Do a Moritar voice, whatever that could be. I believe in you.
Oh.
Aw, you're not gonna be like, or like I don't know what voice you would do, or like
Exactly. What voice would I do for literal fight? I can't just.
any
like,
voice you can
I
can
can't
stand.
just
I
have
believe
like a crackling fire effect 24/7 and make it inaudible.
My name is Moritar, like that.
No.
I find it funnier just to have it be crackling fire.
Okay.
Like actually inaudible, no language, just crackling fire.
The
So,
person
that was just
seems
like
to look to the side, and like another person seems moving their way, but they try to like signal to the other person to be careful or like something. You don't quite. I don't. You can see the other person. They're down below
Yes.
here.
Yes, I can.
Shit. What clan are you associated with? What group?
No clan and no group.
So your group is not associated. Okay, so it's an adventuring group. Okay.
Perhaps.
Mayhaps.
So are you saying there was no mask?
There was no mask
On the
in
Goliath.
there.
What do you mean? So it's already gone. Okay.
Yeah, there was just kind of an angry corpse that tried attacking us with lots of other corpses.
So it didn't have any mask.
No, it did not have any mask.
Do a deception check.
Come on, roll high and like a 4.
Ace actively wearing the
damn it.
mask. Huh?
Okay, so I gotta now do
I should order food.
roll. Sorry, D&D sounds a little slow. Okay. I guess we'll just do this. And that is. Oh, okay. If you're being truthful, okay, fine. He looks around a bit. May I get through for the other side, or will you try to stab me with, or hit me with your shield? Move.
I mean, I'd like to know what you're doing.
I told you I wish to get farther down into the underground.
I'm gonna yell back to everyone and be like, so, by the way, are we going down into the underground?
I mean,
The catacombs, you know?
that's kind of my goal.
Look, I wasn't talking to you, crossbow. I was talking to
have
the
a
other
name.
people. But you know what? You never introduced yourself.
I mean, I probably shouldn't have, but
Yeah, you can't get offended for not calling your name when you never introduced yourself. Like, simple manners.
Okay, my name's Half. How about that?
Crossbow.
Alright, I can't for crossbow.
So wait, Ace. When you speak, are you out? Are you walking outside the hut or no? Because they
Is it
can't
still
hear
there?
you.
Yeah, the
He's
hut's still there.
still there. You can.
Oh.
We
the
still
hut,
have 2
this
hours
is,
left of it.
This is 6. Yeah, you guys have 2 hours left.
Okay, I don't. Okay, What? Wait, can last thing, can I hear what they're saying from where I'm at?
Mortar has been talking very loudly, and it is a cave.
No,
because
I'm
The other guy's
notoriously
being
echoes.
the other guy is not trying. Is a little like speaking in a normal voice, but he's not being. He's not yelling.
I'll
at
make sure
Mortar.
that I was able to hear them. That's all.
Yeah, they can't hear you easily. They're like they are. There's a big wall in between you and them, but they're like what like.
I'm not gonna move
I
closer.
didn't
I'm gonna get outside.
didn't
of
mean
it,
to post
but, like,
that.
I'm
Didn't
not
mean
gonna
to
move
that.
closer.
Well, we'll like move there then.
They're like what? So they're like 20 feet from you, but there's obviously a big
Oh,
wall.
well.
I. So will you let me pass or no?
I mean, it depends. I mean, like, you might have to wait your turn.
If I walk right by you, you're standing within enough range for if I were to pass, you could easily bash me on the head with your shield and like destroy my cranium.
I mean, like,
I
it'd be a
would be
lot
better in
harder
my.
to do that. It would be a lot harder to do that if I was counting some coin, if you know what I'm saying.
Okay. So just move back into your little like back into the tomb so I can move past.
I don't think you understood what I was saying, stranger.
No, I don't think I did. What?
It'd be a lot easier if I was counting some coins.
Okay, how about this? I won't shoot you in the head.
I mean,
think
like,
coins
there's a
would
bit
be
of an
more-
impasse here.
I'll let you in on another little trick. If I manage to hit you, you'll be facing the horrific venom of a Black Widow.
I'm just gonna point to the giant dead spider behind him.
Okay.
I'm not too afraid of poison.
Oh, are you immune to poison or something?
You know, perhaps, maybe I am, maybe I am not.
He looks at the spider, he looks at you. How do I know you killed that spider?
How do you know I didn't?
Well, wow, that spider doesn't look too recent. Or maybe I'm having a little trouble telling.
You don't know how long we've been down here.
I don't. You're right, I don't. His partner seems to move up closer by a bit. They don't have a crossbow, but they do have a blade. Both these guys, it's hard to tell if these guys are like novices or well trained, but the way they're talking to you, the fact they haven't already like dealt with you or done something means that they're probably not too like crazy in terms of they're not like these guys are clearly like rogue types, whatever they may be. But it's unclear to tell if they're like hyper trained or whatever it may be. But have been kind of at least this guy's been more chatty than one you might expect.
So from my point of view, like it really comes down to if you're willing to pay me some gold.
Can I shout from the back? He just wants your money. He's not scared of you.
Okay. They look at each other. Fuck it, and they just walk away. They do so carefully. Like one person's looking back, the crossbow person, slowly stepping back, looking at you the whole time, like having a crossbow in case you do something.
Damn, they're not very good at adventuring.
Okay. You hear like a hatch close and whatnot, and then they don't seem to come back. Do you go back to bed or do you stay watch for the next 2 hours, like preventing your long rest?
Fun fact.
Well,
You actually
Well,
don't...
sorry, not preventing your long rest, but that's actually a dumb thing to say. It doesn't make sense.
I mean, yeah, because you only sleep for 6 hours during long rest and 2 hours are spent doing light activity. DM ruling, yeah. But yeah, I'd be sat here very patiently watching.
Okay. That's not the only group that comes by. So around an hour later, more familiar, slightly more familiar, actually maybe not familiar for you, but familiar for other ones. A singular dragonborn seems to come down here. And he looks to you. Do you recognize this person, Mortar, or no?
From a meta point of view, yes. In character, no.
Okay. I forgot if you walked into that room or not. Okay.
No.
He looks to you. Who are you? Are you
It's
with that
only
group?
polite to introduce yourself first.
Oh god, I forgot what name I gave this character. No. See, I think I might have put it down on the map. I tend to put it down on the map for me to remember.
My name's Drago the
Okay.
Dragonborn.
I'm gonna call him Snore because I put a thing called snoring. I think is. Okay, yeah, Snore. I'm Snore.
That sounds like a nickname, but alright, Snore.
That's what they call me. Snore.
What business do you have down here?
Honestly, at this point, I'd like to gather my allies' corpses. May I do so? I can see them right there. Alfred is right there. May I acquire him? That's all I ask. I do not ask to go farther. All I ask is acquire just one of them. He was my brother. That's all I ask.
That is acceptable. Mortar will
Okay.
move around here.
He kind of gets up the guy. He kind of puts some. He has the corpse had a big sword. He kind of pushes the sword to the side because he can't quite carry everything. And then he puts the corpse on his back. He looks to, thank you, and he drops a small coin purse,
Oh.
and then continues walking. In it, you find about like 10 gold. Not much, but not bad for the circumstance.
Not bad for just moving aside. And Mortar will return back to his post.
Okay. Eventually the long rest ends, and you guys have gotten a full long rest.
Hell yeah.
Mortar's just kind of stood at the entrance. Like, he stood at the entrance, shield like down by his feet in both hands, holding it in front of him.
He in the wall.
Oh, hello, Ace.
Hello.
Oh, you can see them to the wall. Shit. But can you?
I
Me?
can.
Why can you?
I can see over here.
Wait. What the fuck happened?
I can only
Okay.
see him in the wall for some reason.
I see what happened. I must have like fucking
You
broke
did-
one of the things.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think you've deleted like part of the actual wall structure.
Why did I do that? Okay, I fixed it. There we go. Okay.
So is everyone ready to move forward?
I am off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
You know what, Ace? Maybe you shouldn't be in front this time.
No, he's got a point.
I mean, you're more than welcome to go ahead, but
I wasn't even in front last time. I wasn't.
well,
I was in the middle.
you seem to end up right by the end.
Back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up.
So now we'll just wait for Abaddon to fully rouse from his rest.
Yeah, you would have been in the hut as well.
Oh, seems like everyone's awake, so I will begin to head forward.
Good morning, world.
Well, that's a ominous thing that looks like a door. Can I check it out?
Oh shit! I didn't even see that.
What? Oh, what? It looks like a large stone door of sorts. It looks like it's mashed in a little bit. And you do recall that weird like Dampier fellow who's with you briefly tries to break it. Um, it looks kind of odd. It's hard to tell if it doesn't look like it opens on its own. There doesn't appear to be any like, you know,
Abaddon, smash.
any clear like
Use
Can I do
doorknob
an
or anything like that.
investigation check?
Abaddon, use rock smash.
Can I use an investigation check with guidance?
I'd say you can within the context that it may lead you to moving around a little bit.
All right.
As in, if
I-
you get
I-
a nat 20, I'm going to probably move your character a little bit.
I hate these rolls.
Okay.
A whole whopping 10.
So you think it definitely is probably operated by some other thing somewhere along here. As in, but you don't know where. Possibly down the tunnel, or maybe there was a side thing somewhere, like a lever. You're not really sure, but you don't remember seeing a lever in the cave portion or whatnot you were in. Or you don't remember seeing anything lever-like or in the tomb. And also, you didn't remember hearing any noise from this during any other like period of time. So it's not like moving the tomb or anything would cause this door to open. I can say, it kind of whatever is at the end whatever is at the other side of this thing, kind of smells like blood.
Well, that's
I'll-
mighty suspicious. The Dampier went down here and clearly it did something to the door. It smells of blood.
Yeah.
What is the group's opinion? Should we try and force our way through, or find the mechanism that opens it?
I mean, what do we do best?
Well, I'll give you all one attempt of doing it the smart way, and if it doesn't work, I'm gonna bash my fucking head against it and break it my way through. How does that sound?
I'm just gonna step out of the way. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, come on. You guys can do the smart thing first.
But
Mortal's
that
just gonna turn
requires
to-
them to move forward.
Mortal's just gonna turn to Nautilus. So do you have any ideas? Because I'm fresh out of them.
As in, your best understanding was that it likely is opened via some type of lever or something and it doesn't appear to be directly near here.
Yeah. The wizard might have some magical means.
Well, it doesn't hurt to backtrack a little bit. It's not a terrible distance. See what we can find. Also, apologies, I'm dumb stuffy.
It's just some of the grave dust got in his nose. That's all. Time to backtrack and see if there was anything.
I would just chill here with the bat and be like,
So
I
let
say
me-
we break
Per
it.
like room, you can do investigation checks if you're looking for particular things.
I'm looking for a button or switch within the cobweb spider room.
I'll roll at disadvantage because I don't have dark vision.
I have dark vision. I'm going to roll the guidance.
Oh, that's a
Why not
1.
guidance?
No, I didn't
Why
see
not
anything.
guidance spam? 21 investigation in spider room.
There appears to be no lever in here. There's just nothing you can find that seems to be. You like put your hands in all sorts of places. You don't find any. You find some human remains that look really, really old, but you don't find any levers or anything that seems like it would like indicate that it goes into the upper room.
All right.
bat and smash.
Going to be moving up with Nautilus, make sure he doesn't get completely lost in the dark.
I'm actually going to stop here. I realize I'm not very useful going forward. I can't see.
Oh. I'll keep walking around. Is the yellow shroom room a different room? I wouldn't say so. I'll go back in. I'll go back into the basement area and do the investigation check.
Okay,
Spamming guidance because I have the cantrip.
Okay, you
17.
seem to you find like some stuff, but nothing that seems to like if you pull it seems to do anything. It's like you see like looks like there is like things that could be levers, but they end up not being levers. Like there was like, oh, it looked like an old torch post, and then you kind of move that, and it doesn't end up, going anywhere.
Just crunks on floor. Whoops.
Yeah.
Also, I would be looking for like buttons too, just pressing rocks. Oh, it's not moving. Well, considering there's nothing there, and I don't feel like anything in the ground, I shall make my way back around, leading Nornless.
Now, also do a perception check when you were in there. Actually,
Oh.
what's your passive perception?
16. My passive
You would
investigation
have
is
heard
also
people
20.
moving along in that basement that was above this, as in that wooden area with the rooms and beds and whatnot. You would have heard what sounded like movement coming from that area.
All right. Also, my passive investigation is 20. Just by the way.
Damn.
Oh boy.
But yeah, guess I'll go back up to the burial chamber just to give it the good old once over.
Okay. While you're doing that, is anyone doing anything else? Again, you don't find anything.
I'm
10.
just
I'm rolling
curious.
garbage.
Is there only the smell of blood, or is there a little bit of blood visible in front
There's
of the
no
door?
blood visible, but
None
it
at all.
smells like blood passed in. There's no
Okay.
blood visible.
Okay, never mind.
Can I do one investigation check to see if I can find any sort of mechanism that's like a dead giveaway?
Where?
Like at the door.
Sure, you can.
Mm.
You don't find anything. It most certainly doesn't. You don't have any reason to believe there's any mechanism right at the door, like next to the door that would open it.
Did you guys
Other
check,
than
like,
breaking the door.
Did you guys check like underneath a rock? Maybe there's a key somewhere.
Going to move a bit further down as Abaddon
Okay.
takes a good gander.
You see a room that looks like it was some type of storage room. It's got this little gated area, with like a locked door. But it's all like it's like set up in such a way so that it's like jail bars, whatever we want to call it, I guess. Kind of surrounding the storage area.
All right. I'll wait for them to move up behind me before I fully enter.
Are we going into the dark again? I can't see quite well.
I mean, I emanate a small amount of light. I mean, if that fixes it.
Just hang by best friend. Also, I still have my lantern.
Yeah,
lit.
you are actually making light, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
no,
can't
I
tell,
realized
so.
that. When you moved, I could see better. Oh, I can actually see. You're the reason I can see. This place would be dark if it weren't for you. Got it.
Now you would notice right here is like this little gated door, but it clearly looks unlocked, and you can just kind of pull it open.
I'll go to this one and check if it's open or not. Is this gated door open? Mr. DM.
Sorry, I'm just typing something. Can you repeat that?
Is this gated door open?
That one looks to be closed. This looks like you could open it, but this looks like it has like a lock of sorts.
Guess it's time to bust out my old thief tools.
I can break it.
I'm gonna try and unlock it. What would you like me to roll to try and unlock it?
Let's let it hand.
Because I have proficiency in thieves tools.
Is sleight of hand a weird thing to use for that?
No,
No.
it would just be thief tool proficiency and sleight of hand.
Oh, the thieves' tool precision. Oh, sorry. Dex obviously for thieves' tools, I would say. Unless you guys think there's a better way to go about that, but I think Dex is fine.
Yeah, no. What you do is basically from my knowledge, anyways, you do the skill plus whatever the
Yeah,
like.
as in for the tool
efficiency.
you input the attribute on. Oh, as in you. Sorry, I was answering in terms of the attribute for the tool you would use as Dex.
Yeah,
But do people normally like? Wouldn't it be a little unfair to like do so? If you did I'm sorry. Is sleight of hand normally like used along with that or no?
that's what I've always done. But to be fair, I've never
Okay,
looked into rules
from
for actually using
other
tools.
people, what do you feel? Because I feel like that would be kind of a big kind of thing to add to thieves' tools if that was the case.
Sorry, I had to find
Normalist,
I had
Ace.
to, I had to find my toggle button for a moment.
Okay, sorry, Ace.
Huh?
Anyone? No.
Am I
But,
not?
no, so I'll restate the thing. I was just gonna solve for you, Normalist. I was just asking, is like adding like sleight of hand to I'm sorry, kit rolls relative to what Normalist, Moritar was doing, reasonable or no?
No, when you are proficient in a specific item, you basically have whatever that raw stat would be. Say it's dexterity plus your proficiency bonus, and that is what you roll plus a d20, or
Okay,
add
I didn't know
plus
if
a
it was a
d20.
special thing for that
Yeah, I know.
particular kind of that what was
Like,
I
it?
don't know, I've legit just never fucking.
Like if I were
used
skilled in an
tools.
instrument as a bard, I would roll a d20, my charisma plus my proficiency modifier.
Oh, okay.
That means I get to
Okay,
do
so
a-
just do it the okay, just use the tool.
Now I'm gonna try and do this roll properly.
In the future, it would be preferable. Okay, yeah, I know. You
That is.
you end up like jamming the tool into the lock, and you end up breaking it up, and so now you can't get the lock open.
Yeah, that's a 9 anyway.
You not one though.
Yeah, I know. I was just stating for clarity.
The door looks to be of the same material as the other bits of like gate, of like cell like kind of like a prison cell. That's the kind of like substance it is. It's almost like wide enough you can put like a hand in or so. As in,
I
the
mean-
door side doesn't look like it's any stronger necessarily than the rest of it.
I mean, could I reach my hand in and try fiddle around with the lock from the other side?
You could try, but it doesn't seem like you achieve much.
Wait, step aside. I think this needs a gentle touch.
I've rolled terrible. Jesus.
Can I see if the door is in any way, shape, or form on any hinges that I can see?
Yeah, it does appear to have some hinges that are attached to the rest of the
Should
wall,
rip
like
it off the
of the
wall.
gate door. You could probably just match it to hinges, albeit, given the
What type of
material,
hinges are these?
this doesn't look. I don't know. Given the like substance, this doesn't look like something you. This looks like something you could probably like with a couple well-toned strikes like break at the hinges, if not more. I mean, it's a big metal thing, but you feel that your axe can definitely mash through these this wall like substance.
Okay.
As in,
rolled-
it doesn't appear to be magical, is what I'm kind of getting at as well.
Alright, I'll pull out my axe, give it a little kiss on the blade, and do I just roll like an attack?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can. And if it does well, I'll assume it was like multiple hits with the axe.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can just roll attack. Okay. That hits. You're able to mash through with other attacks and basically get the hinges off, so now you can enter the space. The door kind of falls flat and mashes on the ground, making a bit of noise. Unless you were attempting to do so in such a, I mean, you would have made a lot of noise breaking it this way anyway. But if you were trying to avoid that big mash of noise from the door falling, let me know, and you could have easily just held it in place.
Probably would have held it at least to some extent. Or at least Morotar would. Just to make sure it doesn't rattle around too much while trying to hit it out.
Yeah, I mean, it still makes some noises, but it didn't make a big thud.
You know, I'm very surprised I didn't lob your fingers off. That was shit. That not gonna lie.
I mean, yeah, hinges are only on one side.
Well, you know, I've got one fucking eye, so depth perception's kind of shit.
I don't forget. You know, if you're hitting on the right and I'm holding on the left, if you hit me on the left, I'm hitting you on the right.
Look, there's a lot of dust in the room. I might have sneezed, and I fucking could have gone sideways. All right. Things happen. Anyway, I'll enter.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll be right back.
it's dog feeding time.
While you guys are doing that, is anyone else doing anything else?
He successfully broke the lock, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
that seems like-
Because I was gonna do something if he had.
just gonna look around here then. What's dibbly dobbling around here?
Okay.
I
You,
need these barrels.
So you see a couple of them barrels and one that's covered in some bit of like, you know, these look pretty old. These look like they've been here, you know, for like 7 or 8 years. Probably 8 years, at least.
I'll go to the clear to find chest.
As you open it, you notice there seems to be one thing inside the large chest, which is a single, decorative-looking, somewhat elaborate gold key.
Oh, if that's not like the most. Just kind of lift it up and lift it and go, hey, anonymous. If this is not like the most obnoxious key or clearly cursed object ever.
I'm sorry, what exactly did you say? That felt out of character and in of character. I wasn't sure how to differentiate.
But Monta's going to lift up the key. This is clearly the most obnoxious key or cursed object ever.
If you believe that, why are you lifting it up?
I mean, how else am I going to show you?
I have eyes. And I can see well thanks to Ace's lantern.
Okay. By the way, Ace, while this is happening, you're just kind of standing against the wall, or no?
Well,
Ace is feeding his dog.
Oh, I forgot. Me dumb. While this is
Yeah.
happening, do a perception check.
whom?
Anyone.
Okay.
Oh,
I will do it. What I roll? Oh, that's not bad. What's 17 plus something?
Okay.
17 plus naught.
Oh, 1. 18.
Okay. You hear back in towards where you think that basement area is. You hear a lot of people walking around and discussing things, but you don't think they've gotten down here yet. But you also hear a fairly muddled, slight echo coming from this way, but sorry, in this direction, but more so maybe down below, of basically a muddled scream, sounding as if it's coming from the underground, from the proper catacombs.
I'm guessing me and Abaddon would speed up, would hasten our search for what's in these stuff here.
Alright. Nornus claps his hands together and uses his innate ability to cast Detect Magic to see if he senses anything within a 30-foot radius. Magical. That key especially is his concern, but anything else within the room as well.
Okay. See, but ooh, not quite.
Oh.
No. You don't see. There doesn't appear to be anything that's magical. The golden key doesn't appear to be magical. It seems to just be a decorative golden key.
That appears to be a normal key. You're free to pick it
In
up
the
as far
bag
as
it
I can
goes.
tell.
In the bag it goes.
For reference, that spell lasts for 10 minutes, so for the next 10 minutes I have a 30-foot radius of detecting magic.
Yes. Yes. And I was basing that based off your current location when I said all
Yes,
that.
yes, I understood.
Guessing what did Abaddon find in those crates anyway?
Okay, Abaddon, roll a investigation check. Oh, Abaddon.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you did. Oh, sorry. I'm looking at Mortar.
Yeah,
You
12.
find. Oh, I was like that was fast, and then I saw the Mortar name, not seeing Abaddon because it's slightly white, so I just oops. But no, you find about 5 bottles of wine.
Well, that is exactly what I'm looking for.
Okay.
Anything else?
Who just left?
I think.
No one?
So,
Jade. They joined, was muted, and then left.
Ah.
well,
My mic was muted. So.
okay. So yeah. You find about as I said, you find 4 bottles of wine. You also find some rope,
Mhm.
and you find like what appears to be a cookbook, but it looks like a broken wine, like a bottle of another bottle of wine which is broken had kind of poured onto the book over time, and eventually it just kind of like ruined the book. It looks to be some type of cookbook, but it's just not in proper state anymore. Just the amount of time with the liquid and whatnot just did not go well with it. A lot of the things are empty or didn't have anything of meaning. You find some like linen cloth that's in bad shape. You find a couple like shirts which are not in good shape. It looks like they've been dry rotted. But the wine is in pretty good condition.
You know what? I'll take the rope and the wine.
Okay. It would be around 150 feet of rope.
Damn. Okay.
This gate here is not. It looks like it's unlocked, and you could just open it.
I shall open it and head in.
Okay. The next gate looks to be the same.
I'll head in.
Okay. As you move through this room,
I bet it should be in front.
you notice
It's
something
Molitor.
immediately. This statue looks really, really similar to that Dampier guy you saw earlier. Like, it looks like either by happenstance that
History
Dampier
check.
guy happens to... Sure. You, by only, are very lucky to have... The fact that you know this is by more so circumstance of the books that you had possession with. But now that you're putting things together, you think that that vampire guy you saw was the son of the king of Carden, and therefore significant enough for there to have a statue of that person, as in what was their name, Sacrifuga here, as in that's the statue is most likely made of the person that you saw earlier. Albeit
Yeah.
it looks a bit younger than him, but yeah, he looks a little younger.
Evil.
Yeah. Over here looks like a statue of the it looks like it seems to be of or based upon a possible like representative of or like a viewpoint of being the Kingdom Carden, albeit they're masked. And this depiction doesn't look like a vampire at all. This is quite skeletal, but also has some horns and some other strange features. Do a religion check for this. Anyone that's looking at this. You're not 100% sure, but given the information you were given, previously by him and by other people, you think. Okay, well, think it might be an Orcus statue. I would say Ace, you are pretty sure. This is most odd likely, almost certainly, or this is a very high likelihood that this is a statue meant to be of Orcus, the Demon Lord Orcus.
All right.
Moving on.
You immediately notice what may have been a lever of some kind, or which,
A
considering
lever
you're looking for
room.
levers, this is probably what was used to open that door. This next gate is also not unlocked.
Okay, I
I mean,
found
not locked. Not locked. I mean, sorry.
I think I found the lever room. We'll probably do that on our way back. Unless you all want to open it now and go back.
We might not get a better opportunity. Nothing's really happening.
You know what, Ace? Go ahead. You could go the first one in there and open the door.
Okay. You.
I mean, in the lever room.
Anyone with a passive perception over 17, I'll say, back from the area below,
Hey,
you
man.
hear a slight yell, but kind of stops rather suddenly, as if someone was yelling and then like died, or like was prevented from continuing yelling. But it's a little bit quieter than the scream you heard. Yeah, it's just a barely hearing it. It's sounding like it's coming from a floor below you guys or of some kind.
All right.
Modeled kind of heavily. Okay. With that in mind,
I'll just stay with
what are
you
you guys
guys.
doing now?
I'll just stay with you guys.
Looks like you guys are just moving ahead, I assume. Okay.
I told I suggest Ace can go mess with the lever.
But Ace never did, unless he's doing so.
No,
He said
I'm-
he'll
I'm-
just stay with you guys, so I think he doesn't
I'm
want
gonna
to
stay
get
with you
far away
guys.
from 5 feet, despite the lever being really close by. Or
No,
actually, I
I'm
guess
saying
he
I'm not
wouldn't
gonna
know
go
that.
back to the other room. Is what I was saying.
Oh.
I mean, a Baron can mess with the lever then, and just open it.
I cannot see until Ace moves forward.
The door's right here.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad of an idea would it be to turn this thing?
More time. We're making our way back to the door.
Oh, I want to just say those skeletons you saw. Oh wait, never mind. I'm dumb. Ignore that. I was about to. Okay, ignore that statement entirely. There's no skeletons on this floor. I'll just say that straight way, not to like surprise you.
Mortar will be.
I forgot I had skeletons on the light layer.
Mortar will be at the door.
Okay. So Abaddon, do you pull it or do you start to push it or what?
Yeah, fuck it.
Okay.
What's the push?
Slowly, Mortar, you notice the door begins to open.
Yeah.
And you see what looks to be a little area lining up to a large trough of sorts of blood.
Oh damn, that's certainly evil.
The vampiric blood storage vault, or what you could assume that could be.
Going to roll an investigation of the area. 14.
After a while, this does appear to be some type of storage of blood. It looks to be that there's little like levers you can pull, and they likely cause that bone thing to go up and down, which likely seems to be that you'll like pour out like little like drip of blood or a bit onto that bowl-like substance, that bowl-like thing for you. That's what appears to kind of do. The chains around seem mostly to be decorative, albeit it's possible they do stuff, but it mostly seems decorative. They seem like little nailed to the ground in like a weird fashion, so they don't seem like they actually go up or down or anything.
All right, very weird. I'm gonna start pulling the levers.
Okay. And a pool of blood is now flows into, or I guess uh, a good like salad bowl sized amount of blood is now onto the bowl before you.
Ah. Just kind of like. So there was nothing of massive importance in this room.
It doesn't seem to be like magical, or it's possibly magical, but if it's magical, it's probably like for storage purposes. I mean, likely blood would spoil, but also you aren't sure. There must be some type of means preventing it, but like, there's no reason to believe that like this would give you any special qualities, albeit you aren't sure. I mean, the likelihood of it turning you into a vampire is unlikely. It just seems like human blood or like normal blood, but like there might be some magical aspect to this. That's all my statement.
I deem this room of unimportance, and I leave.
Okay.
And make my way back to the group.
You see Moritar return. They don't appear to have anything additional in hand. Nor do they smell like blood.
Oh yeah, it was just a blood room. For vampire activities.
Sounds about right.
I want to open this thing.
Okay. You find, like a rusty dagger and a, like, give me a second. And a strange kit of some kind. That seems to have like little bits of little vials of things and like some other odd materials. Do a your choice of you could do an Arcana check. You can do a nature or or investigation check to determine what this is. You think it's a poisoner's kit, made from poisons. But well, not made of poison, but includes
my
poisons.
dog's going ham. 1 second.
Oh.
More than that, something. Yo, guys, come here. Check this out. I found this weird little box. Well, I have the feeling it's poison, but maybe one of you has a better idea of what it is. I had one of the vials too, whoever visits.
Fucking temptation to walk in. It's clearly a healer's kit.
Well, take it. Take it then.
It appears to be some kind of vial relative to at least. If Norlis is getting close, I would say you probably more likely have at least seen this in your studies to some degree. And it looks to be coming from what looks to be a standard poisoner's kit.
Nothing special about it beyond that, just standard.
Alright.
That was a
Standard
question.
poison's kit.
In case that wasn't.
Oh! Sorry, I thought that was a statement. It's a standard.
No. Okay, yes, sorry.
Oh, wait, to me or him?
I have
To
returned.
you.
Oh, yeah, it appears to be a standard poisoner's kit.
Looks to be someone dabbling in alchemy. For the darker purposes, poison. It's meant. This kit right here is meant to make poison.
Additionally, there is about 40 gold at the bottom of the chest as well.
Yeah, while they're doing that, I shall step in the other room.
Okay. You see what seems to be a husk of a corpse, like kind of in the wall with a necklace on him that has a golden key that looks exactly like the one you found in that chest.
I'll take it. I'll take the necklace, the key.
This looks like this room seems slightly more special. It's hard to tell what purpose it may have had. Maybe like a ballroom. Maybe it's just like a room for combat. You aren't exactly certain, as in like fencing or something. Um, it seems to end with a stairwell leading down, downward, which is likely where you heard those like muddled screams.
Everyone, there's a way to go further down.
Going further down?
I mean, there's not much, not anywhere else to really go. So
Alright, let's gotta move on then.
I'm still probably detecting magic. Do I detect any magic in this room as I just walk around?
Give me a second. There doesn't appear to be any magic associated with the room you're in.
Not on the corpse either.
The corpse doesn't appear to be magical. As in, if it was a mage in life, they're dead now and have been dead for a while. There's no like ingrained magic, remaining on them.
No, I more meant like, do they have magical items? I don't think I can sense people as
Not
innate
that you,
magic
not that
ability.
you, not that
Okay.
you see anything.
Okay.
down the stairs, fellows.
Let's make a way.
Down, trotting down the stairs.
Okay, I'll move you guys a second.
Yo, meta question by the way, where's the damn Pierre guy? Did he...
They seem to
He
walk
fucked
away
off.
during combat and move back upstairs.
He fucked off.
Oh, that's okay.
Meaning it's been like 8 hours since you've last seen him. They never returned.
He's now on Morotar's shit list.
It's entirely possible they may have been killed at the surface, considering there were, several people in the area above. Albeit those people never came down here, so you're not sure what to think about it. I've already moved you guys down. Can you guys see your tokens?
No.
Did I? No?
My token
No.
got moved to random, I think.
You
I
can't
can
see
see
your
one
tokens.
token, and it's right here. And it's not me.
Yeah. That's not me.
Huh?
Yeah, tokens got a bit funky, I think.
Oh, you can see that token? Why can you see that token? That's
know.
weird. Let me fix that. Oh, I see. Okay, fixed it now. Now you can't.
No, you can't.
Okay. You guys see a door in front of you as you kind of go in. That seems to be locked with, or not unlocked. It might be unlocked. You're not
Right.
sure, but it's shut and it has a
No, we
keyhole.
can't.
It actually has 2.
Well, I'll take out the 2 keys I've got and put it in it.
DM?
What?
Or DM? I now just have a black screen.
So you okay? In that case,
Are you zoomed in the right spot?
So no one can see their characters, right?
I can see my character now.
Okay.
Okay,
I can see
presume
mine. You should zoom out a bit. It's a big map.
Does anyone have his? I assume do any characters have a life source? I don't know
Yes.
anymore.
more
Yes.
Let's see. Is it still on? No, it's not. I'll make sure it's on. Actually, it might be still on. No, it's still on. Okay, good. Can everyone see their character now or no?
You see
Yeah.
where I'm pinging?
Abaddon?
Yeah.
Somehow,
Okay,
my
good.
AC load. What is happening?
Okay. So, as you kind of
Oops,
open the
the
door,
armor fell off.
you notice something surprising. You can hear flute music,
Fucking
And I will-
flute.
and it sounds like this. What the birds?
They got flute music.
I hear birds. God damn, is that you? Is my raven back alive?
I see a puddle of water. Miry water. Wait a second. That's dumb. That's a dumb thing I just thought of.
In the meantime, I open up one of the bottles of wine and start drinking.
Yeah, there's this. Clearly.
Hey, can we pause things real quick? Don't explore anymore. I need to deal with something kind of right now.
Oh,
Alright.
Because I
Alrighty.
just learned the character we're about to introduce is having internet so bad they can't open Roll20.
Gotcha.
no, I'll go figure that out.
Anyway, I thought of something really dumb. Ring of walking and shape water to pseudo fly.
That is incredibly dumb.
It's incredibly dumb. I don't see why it wouldn't work though, which is a bit of a problem.
I don't know.
Time to open up the shape water thing and see if there's a. I don't think there's anything specifically stating you can't just have it. You know,
I think there is a
Yeah.
time limit
there's a time limit, but
and
like,
an
you can try.
amount.
Yeah, but you can just move it.
I just want to give you a friendly reminder. Our big glowing friend over there got knocked the fuck out by a beluga whale spritzing some water on him.
What?
Earlier in the campaign.
Oh.
Yeah, you can instantly move or otherwise change the flow of water as you direct up to 5 feet in any direction.
Yeah.
And that is a cantrip, so technically you could just keep spamming the cantrip to make water stairs.
I will describe you guys, Mortar and Abaddon, the rest of you guys. You see, it looks to be like you guys are on the ledge, and about 20 feet down is a pool of water of sorts, and about like 3 to 5 feet off the water is a ledge here, right here. So you'd have to either dive into the water, but hopefully it's a little deep, or climb your way down.
To quote, we have shit tons of rope, so just rope down. Would be the easiest way.
Could you use that cantrip to move the pool around a little bit to see how deep it goes?
I don't
Okay.
have that cantrip.
Can you guys be silent for a second? I want just Amazon to Amethyst to speak a little bit, just so we can see, because they're having like internet issues and they can't open Roll20 right now, but they can possibly come in for Discord, but they might be cutting out a bit. I want to see how bad it is.
You.
Okay, Amethyst, could you speak a little, or just any noise? If not, I'm assuming we can't hear anything. You're muted, by the way.
Hello,
Hello.
Okay, speak a bit more, like for a solid 5
I am
seconds.
not muted.
Keep speaking for like a solid 5 seconds without stopping.
I-
I'm trying to see if...
I don't know what to say.
Okay, you cut out a little bit. Do it again.
Literally just say any
we
word
don't-
over and over
we-
again. It doesn't have to
You
be
could just
like,
say hello, hello, hello.
Yeah.
It's fine.
la la.
I'm just
la,
trying to
la,
see if
la,
it's
la,
cutting
la.
up. Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
Yeah, you're cutting out a bit.
hello, hello, hello.
hello.
Okay, it seems good now. We'll see how this goes, but okay. I will now get back to things. Okay, good. I think we can. Do you want to roll with this, or do you want to go the other route? Amethyst. Okay, I'll take that as a maybe.
Be right back.
I'm fine with this.
Okay. Okay, good. You're cutting up a little bit, but I think we can work with this. If it's too bad, no, you feel it's too bad, it's fine. you know, if you don't want to be introduced in this circumstance due to your thing, we don't have to do it. But if you'd like to continue, I'm fine with continuing. It's a you cut sometimes you cut out, sometimes it's not bad. It's as long as you can hear us, I mean that's a big part. Us hearing you also matters obviously, but you know you're not cutting out all the time. Okay. Put the music back on, I guess. Okay. So, as I said, you guys hear this flute music, and it seems to be coming from, more from your perspective, it's coming from your left. It sounds like it's coming in from this direction, this general direction.
Yeah.
Additionally, you guys are on kind of a ledge of sorts. And you see what it looks to go around. Let me turn that down a little bit. Around 15 feet down, I said. And then there's a smaller ledge you can probably climb up once you're in the water below. You could also probably climb down at some point.
With power of a rope to climb down safely.
Okay.
Which Mortar shall hesitantly do.
Okay.
Before.
Not too many good surfaces. There's a couple pieces by the ledge, and then there's also a good rock that's all the way in here. You could probably tie the rope to.
We have way more than enough rope.
Okay.
We have an abundance of rope.
Okay.
Remember, I just got 150 fucking feet of it.
Okay. So you guys manage to take the time to kind of tie the rope off to something, and spool it down. Once putting in the water, it doesn't if you pull it a bit, the water doesn't appear to be too deep. It's probably maybe 2 to 3 feet deep.
Mortar shall be the first one to go down and proceed to stand on the water. Before very quickly rushing over to the ledge and trying to climb up.
More you see Molitor get into the water and suddenly remember.
Oh no, I don't get on it. I've got a ring of
circumstances.
water walking.
It doesn't mean you're not spooked, but you clearly are.
Very quickly
you see
move to
them
the other side.
walk on the water to prevent themselves from getting too submerged and rush to the other side quickly.
I'd like to try and climb up.
Causing the rope to spin a little bit. Okay. In terms of okay, for Amethyst on your end, you hear a group kind of getting kind of close to you. You hear the sounds of people talking, and even you heard some weird splashy sound. It sounded like they must have put a rope down. You had seen the little water body earlier, and there was some weird ledge, but perhaps it came from there. You aren't sure if they're from the same group you just encountered. I'd say you'd be hiding behind you quickly get a glance around, you're looking around a corner, and about you see an ironclad figure around 30 feet from you.
Mortar is not paying attention. He's trying to rapidly pull themselves up.
Okay. While that's
Also,
happening, do the rest of you guys climb down?
Yes.
Also, is the shield actually there, or is it just...
The shield's there. I built this map.
Mortar's gonna pick up the shield.
Okay. It looks like a surprisingly nice shield. It might even be magical.
Can I do a cheeky arcana check if it's magical or not?
Okay, you can.
14.
It seems that now the utility of the shield's unclear, but it looks to be like a magical shield.
That's all Mortar was checking for, is if it's magic or not. into the bag it goes.
Okay. So Amethyst, you now have good vision, kind of looking upon your little like edge. You can now see about 4 people. I would say 5. Victorian probably with them.
Just flew across.
One seems to be like a strange person in like an elaborate coat of sorts, and they appear to be. You aren't sure. You have no clue what kind of race they are, but they don't appear to have a mouth. You also see a blue tiefling with them who has an eye patch and is wielding an axe. You see a furbolg in wizard garb, and then you see a small fairy that's moving along. The furbolg looks vaguely like familiar, like you've seen them before. You aren't quite certain. Do you kind of continue to hide behind things, or what do you want to go with, Amethyst? By the way, if things don't go well, we can retcon this initial introduction if you'd like. You're typing, so I'm gonna assume it's a letter. Oh, but by the way, if you want, you could Oh, so am I cutting out for you? They sent something to me in DMs. Okay. I don't know if this is gonna work out for now, but only that part. Okay, good. I said there was a furbolg in wizard garb that looked familiar, like you've seen them somewhere before. Also, if you want to type in the Discord chat, we have a channel which we can use for this called out of session RP, but we can use that. Normally in this situation, I'd have you just use Roll20 to type, but you're not in that right now, since it never loaded up for you for whatever reason, or instead of
The voice chat also has a chat room that they could use.
yeah, that works too. Yeah, that would be fine too. Maybe preferred. You could do a history check to try to remember where you've seen them before. But also I'd need to know if you continue to try to hide. As in, you know.
They are typing in the voice chat, in case you're not seeing that, Ian.
Yeah. No. See. Okay. And okay. So yeah, okay. In that case, do a stealth check as well. You can just roll physical dice and tell me what you get, or use a other thing. Obviously, your internet's doing well. I could roll for it if you prefer. If you ever, assuming you have your I assume you have your character sheet completed. Looks like okay, maybe not. Okay, I'm gonna assume this has been happening for a while. That's mostly done. Just missing some items and whatnot. Let's see.
+9 to history.
So if this is a little slow and awkward. Oh, you. Okay, I rolled it for you. You got a 28.
Oh.
Okay, you would know, but you've seen this person at the library in Oscarval. And for a since you're continuing hiding, I'll say that in that case, everyone else in the party, do a perception check. Or actually, no, what's your passive perception?
9.
9,
11.
11. That's not a
12.
good combination. 12. Okay.
16.
Let's see. I'm gonna roll
Tryhard.
stealth for them.
Then
to see if
Victorians, I'm
that's-
pretty sure it's like 17 or 18. From a tip of my nose.
Okay. Sorry for this awkward session. I didn't. I'm going with what I can go with. Let's see.
Good. Ace, Nornless Aldrin.
So I'm just gonna okay. Okay, most of you are kind of unsure, but Mortar, you notice that there is definitely someone. You can kind of get a sense for them, kind of hear their like, subtle movements behind, like, kind of peering at you, little here or there, behind this like wall of sorts.
Oh.
Victorian, yay! I think. Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I cooked
they-
dinner for my family.
They
And had
explored
to
the
clean.
space that they were in a little bit and found some wine and a lot of blood they didn't do anything with, luckily. And now have just gotten into the catacombs proper. And are about to meet the new player. And for context, their internet's not doing well right now, so they're not on Roll20, but they are. They're typing in the Discord chat, in the in-game chat.
Okay.
So yeah, Mortar, you could see someone kind of what seems to be like a slightly. You could see little glances of feathers, but they were mostly hiding behind the wall. But you could hear little like bits of movement.
Mortar's going to just point over to the wall. I believe someone's over there.
Over where?
Under
Over-
there.
Over there.
Underwear.
They said underwear.
Pointing where the
Does it
little
look to be a
holes are coming
person
from.
or a beast? I can't see very well.
I don't see jack shit.
Did my
I,
baby die, or is she just not on the board?
Just not here.
Okay, cool.
We ate her. We got hungry.
Some screaming.
I got the munchies.
Oh, I'll put them down.
It's a limited food. You can just resummon them.
I got it. Alright, cool. Oh, wait.
The water is normal. It's not acid.
Oh, it's
Uh,
oh, okay.
It's
No,
not
it is
acid.
acid.
Good.
You said it was acid.
No, I was saying it wasn't acid in a way that I now realize could have been taken as sarcasm, maybe. but no.
Yes, I was like, oh.
So there appears to be someone hiding behind the stonework over here, or at least that's what Mortar's trying to get at.
Over here?
They smell vaguely like blood in the sense that they might have fought someone recently and gotten blood on their weapon of some kind.
So remember,
they also
you have to
smell
check
like-
the Discord.
Yes, I've been checking. However, they begin to walk out from their position, and you see a quite elaborate-looking person. Around like their height's a bit. Actually, how tall is Mortar?
Mortar is like quick little check. 6'1".
Okay, so this person's shorter than you, Mortar. They do have colorful wings jutting from their back. You aren't sure. You aren't initially sure what to think, but do a history check.
Alrighty. Time to roll garbage.
As in, you aren't sure if they're a harpy or what initial for like a quick glance, but your mind starts to wander a bit, and you, after thinking a second, you realize that whatever they clearly have like are some kind of siren, as in, and not like a normal siren. It's more of, there's in the Northland, or this, this region, there were once creatures that referred to as sirens. It's unclear if they're directly related to the sirens that were way farther south on Elkin. that essentially were humanoids that had, large wings of sorts and would often like sing and play near rocks and things. And they lived in coastal areas, but also more inland, and were believed to have been created by the god Herez Gerfelger, which I butchered that, but it's kind of like that, which is like which you would also know is the god that the Actually, wait, I don't actually know if you would. Did you guys ever figure out any information from the creature you fought last session? I think I said that Abaddon would have known some stuff, but I don't know if the rest of you guys
He yelled
anything.
some things as we was killing him.
Okay, but you guys never discussed it afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, other than that, yeah. If you'd like to describe the rest of your character, you can in the Discord. But yeah, you see them now sprawled out in front of you, with their colorful wings kind of looking in your direction. And they appear to be wielding a rapier that has some shark teeth on like the handle.
That was kind of cool.
Identify yourself, stranger.
Oh my god, Miss Nicholas, is that you?
Why the fuck do you have wings?
Just fucking Avatar.
Yeah. Normalist, as you look at them, you realize you've seen this person before. You've never spoken to them, but a couple months ago, you are almost certain that you saw this person in the library of.
For as I told you, I had planned to talk to them out of like in DMs, and we did, and established how we knew each other.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Which is why I spoke up the way I did.
Okay. I thought you said amethyst when you said that, so that's why I didn't know if it was a bit or not.
Miss Nymphalis.
Oh, Nymphalis. Okay.
Norla said, Miss Nymphalis, is that you? Referring to her surname.
Oh.
Quite, fancy seeing you here in the ruins of this city deep underground. It's been several years. What? I need not ask, I know what brings you here. Why are you here by yourself? Truly, it's dangerous here. Right, where are my manners? Everyone else, this is Sardonyx Nymphalis. She's a siren, from the Northern Lands, and
You guys are in the Northern. Yeah.
quite an astute young researcher. We became briefly acquainted when she was studying at the library in Oscarval. She had a penchant for the allure that the ancient weapons and items are.
So she gotta help us with them.
That's a bit of an assumption.
What did you say, Abaddon? Sorry, I was blowing my nose. I'm so stuffy.
Real.
I can stuff you.
What?
I prefer that over my nose, bro.
On main is crazy.
Getting awfully zesty here.
On main is crazy.
I forgot what the fuck I wanted to say, bro.
So if you
As a
guys
matter of
wanna,
fact,
Homeboy
people.
flustered over there.
okay, do a I would say you guys can kind of smell like the smell of blood, and it does seem like there may have been corpses not far from your location. They seem to be referring to them kind of, I would say, you guys would have, gotten a little closer and be able to at least notice one of them, which, if you guys move a little closer, I'd say they probably move back a little back so you can see. But there appears to be a dead adventurer, or more so, thief of some kind over here.
Over where?
As in, they can't see the roll 20, so they didn't know how close they were to the person. But I'm pinging a button. Oh wait, am I pinging him the wrong?
I
No,
don't
I'm
see no
pinging
ping.
I'm pinging in the token layer. You guys should be able to see it.
I see your ping, yeah.
I see the ping.
I can't see there because darkness and walls.
Yeah, but as in if you walked a little closer, you probably see it.
Gotcha.
Maybe well, a little bit, yeah.
No. I don't know much about any thieves, but the entirety of my party is currently here. You said you got separated from your colleagues.
Was one of them a dragonborn?
I suppose that's a good first question. Was one a dragonborn? Were several? No. I think they were a larger party than two.
Well,
He mentioned he was just going to get his brother. But the group was his, but he was just trying to get his brother.
ah. Bro, my Wi-Fi's wigging out.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. Benton racks on nature. Wait, can no one hear anybody? Like, I can hear, like... Oh! Then why did I say Gucci gang like 80 times?
I can hear you. It's not because of the
You are
fucking
a
sin of social
fool.
circumstances. That's why.
I don't believe we've seen any Goliaths. When did you,
Well,
Okay,
Well,
live ones.
there was that one, but
Yes, that one was
we
quite long dead, undead. I'm positive that they're not the two that C's mentioning.
that one was pretty mean.
He tried hurting me quite badly.
Did
He hurt me.
Abaddon
He
ever
hurt
tell
me
you?
quite badly.
Would Abaddon have told you what they know about that person, or no? This is a
Does
question to
Abaddon even
Abaddon.
know? Like,
Hey, meta wise, yes. I don't
Okay.
know if they are. Abaddon, you here?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah, my internet was just bugging out.
Okay. I only asked because you said you sound really tired. Okay.
No, I'm fine.
Wait, does that mean? Oh no, I didn't. Okay. I'd asked Abaddon, would you have told the party what you know about that ancient? About the Goliath that was dead, had the mask.
Probably not yet. Like,
Okay.
probably during the long rest. Like,
Okay.
probably.
I would. Okay. In that case, you guys would have recognized that person as being Urgavith, who was an ancient warrior. And thus that mask of theirs was their ancient weapon.
Huh.
We just finding ancient weapons left and right lately.
This one was forced upon me.
Me too, bestie. Me too. High fives.
No,
I mean, literally,
like,
it was.
he was literally shoved on my face, hoping I would die with it on.
He Bible bashed him with it.
In order to
I
get
got
him
Bible
another
bashed.
ally. Yeah.
Yeah, but joke's on him. I don't go down more than 3 times.
Okay, back to the look back at the yeah.
well, yes.
But they had said Sardonyx had said the two colleagues of hers were both Goliath. And that her clan basically had not let her leave without them. Would you know what clan she's part of? I assume so. Yes,
Norlis
I'm gonna
would,
say it
I
aloud.
wouldn't. Norlis is pretty versed in the geography of the
Okay,
world.
in that
The
case,
local
you would know that
politics.
she was from the Stonefeather clan, which based has like 2 settlements, one of which is pretty far away. The other one, the one that she's from, is called Akdalar. It's still called Akdalar. And essentially she's from the Stoneclever clan, which is mainly a clan of Goliaths. However, the ancient warrior of that clan was described to have been a siren, which she looks, you know, is of the only siren amongst them currently, and thus people might associate her to be in a circumstance similar to another character I don't think you ever met, which was uh, do I not have the thing up? I'm sorry, which was a Tone's character. But you never met that person. But they are someone who resembles the ancient warrior of their clan per se. That's the big thing of note, and that they are from a clan of mainly Goliaths, which may be of interest towards other players, other characters perhaps.
Understood. Well, it's as I said, it's dangerous to stay alone. Would you like to stay with my group until we can perhaps locate your lost allies? It wouldn't sit right with me to just leave you by yourself down here, especially if you're getting attacked like you claim to be.
I'm pretty good at taking the hits.
The
Although it should be
resident meat
Abaddon.
shield.
I love how the backline fighters always ends up in the middle.
I don't know. I like your character voicing today. I think it was good, even if you're a bit stuffy. Okay. They would seem to. Do you want me to like read out what they say for the rest of the party, or should I not do that?
No, that's not necessary.
I have it. Yeah, I have it open.
Okay, good.
Assuming everyone else, is it alright for my acquaintance here to join us for a time, perhaps?
Yeah, whatever.
I mean, more the merrier, more people to get hit instead of ace.
Please, God, please.
The poor
gods.
man's had enough for like 2 days.
I've had enough for a whole party.
He's going to like I fear he's going to step out of these rooms and just get swarmed by like bees or something.
Right. Abaddon, Victorion, Jolteon, Leafeon.
And Glaceon. Fuck you, Silvio. We don't care about your opinion.
That's crazy.
Are you alright with my acquaintance here joining us for a time?
Yeah, sure.
I make no decisions.
I'm asking
That
your
that sounds
opinion.
awfully backstabby.
I think we need to keep an eye on you.
Victoria just kind of stares.
I fed that little bug's gonna kill me one of these days.
Is Victorian staring at Sardonyx, like, apparently, very visually staring at them with, like, some sort of emotion on their face?
No emotion. It's just a
Just
blank stare.
deadpan.
It's
It's
a
just a
bug-eyed
blank
stare.
stare.
Do you have a problem with sirens, Victorian?
No, just curious.
Yes. About?
Just curious.
A lot of bones around here.
Okay, we're doing the little social dance around actual answers I see.
By the way,
I've learned
guys
not to
can-
question it.
if you guys begin to move your tokens around, that's fine. But I will like let you know of things if anything, if you like come to anywhere of note, or if you have questions.
Gotcha.
It's kind of a bit awkward to try and like shuffle around with a brand new person.
So, just for clarity, Victoria, do you have issue with them joining us for a time?
Nope.
Excellent.
He seems like he's being genuine. He's just awkward.
Alright.
By the way, Sardonyx, you would like, because you're studied, you would know about fairies, but this fairy looks way bluer and, or more so, has the appearance of a frost fairy. Something you've had like rumors of there being some not too far north from your village, as in there was a settlement of fairies known as Gumknot, which would have been like around like 20 miles away to the north of Akdalar, and it's possible you've even been there, but you would have heard like rumors of there being some frost fairies there. Other than that, most frost fairies are even way farther north and way farther inland in like the depths of the Ulkel Mountains. Either way, it's a rarity to see them.
Morotar's gonna clunk past them and just start walking around, checking out the place.
Victoria and Sardonyx approaches you.
Oh, hold on. Sorry, I keep remembering I have to read.
Wait, you guys know how to read?
Or where's more like, oh,
Oh, he kind of flies down just a little bit.
Morotar, do a Oh wait, never mind. Okay, Morotar, wait. Let's see. Can you? Oh, do you see a token, Morotar?
Yes.
You can see what looks like a tendril of some kind.
Oh, great.
Kinky.
Anyway.
Real.
Let them do their role plays.
Hello. I have my own chat room.
Everyone does.
Yeah, it's stuff in case you want to send things directly to me.
And
Got
not
it.
get it lost in DMs, because that really does happen.
Yeah, that happens all the time.
I hear that.
So, like, that's for, like, campaign-related questions and stuff for
Yeah,
everyone to have. Yeah.
It will, I will likely start to filling them out with things of like anytime I think of anything interesting, you guys will know I'll do that, and also I might take some stuff that's already in your DMs and just post them there, possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
As
a
in,
nice
it's
It's a nice channel to have.
Yeah. It also wouldn't be a bad place for you to post your backstory for people who have, backstories that are long that they only post, since you only post like I only really want you guys to post like 2 to 3 sentences for your backstory in the character page. So if you want to, for your full backstory, it could be a great place to post that if you want. I'll stop talking now.
You're fine.
Yeah, you're perfectly fine, dude.
I actually did decent in keeping a smaller size with Victorian. Usually I write way too much. Huh. There are a lot of us. Not there are a lot of us. I'm currently not supposed to see them. A little of both. It'll be fine eventually. We just have to make sure Volcano doesn't explode. Right, guys?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there was something about that.
Yes, no,
Say,
I'm
is that
still
much wrong?
not
Where's
certain
Morotovs?
on that, how we're going to resolve that one, but ideally, yes.
Hey,
We'll find the dragon at some point. At
We'll
some
We'll burn
point.
that. We'll burn that volcano when we get to it.
Exactly.
For Sardonyx, one of the people that was with you when you're on the surface, one of your Goliath fellows, Gurk, did mention of seeing some fairies at one of the at the port as you guys were leaving. You kind of were in a hurry due to circumstance, or at least you need to get couldn't be there too long. But he did say he heard rumors of, or he talked to some of the people there, and they said they had seen fairies, meaning there may have been a group of fairies that had gone down to the port and moved into the city. This is something that Sardonyx would know. From, as in a person with them would have told them that. Have you seen that out loud? Might not help. Yeah. But none of them were frost fairies. At least you didn't hear that detail.
Oh, curious. I'm not certain how everyone seems to know of this weapon. But I suppose information does travel. What was it? Tiefling, was it, right? Ace Abaddon?
Yes, I'm behind the two things.
Oh my god, Abaddon, you are so quiet. That was so quiet, I didn't hear a word of that.
So as as soon as Sardonyx says that, Victorian's gonna immediately just kind of fly closer to Issa. Not really raise his arms or anything, just instinctively fly a little closer to her.
Okay. So, wait, just to give her Ace, you're at the. Okay, your token was hidden for a second. Never mind.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah, we're
under
an Agent
Norla's.
Orderless
I
Elder.
thought
We're
you
one-
went to explore the map or something, and then I found your character. Like, oh.
No, we are one conjoined body. Look at our name.
No. Acinorless.
That's not how I would have said it, but that works.
Acinorless.
No, that's canon now.
I suppose it does.
We're a couple now. I intend to use your hit die as a weapon.
No.
That's not smart. You're not gonna do much damage. I'm here on my own personal mission, as it seems. I know it's likely surprising to see a scholar like myself leave the confines of the library, but I had something I needed to find, so I went on a journey to find it. I'm currently with this group because, similar to yours, our interests align.
You know what this ancient weapon looks like by chance?
Who are you asking? Like, out of character?
Sardonyx.
Okay.
You guys can also do history checks. Albeit none of you actually would have seen the thing, obviously.
I saw it last week at a garage sale.
Okay, I will. Oh,
I read it in a book.
Yeah, I will.
I
just,
saw Geoffrey with it 2.5 millennia ago.
My cousin
That's
Dan
a
was
nat
fishing
20 for 28.
for you.
Oh.
Then I'll roll it for Sardonyx real quick.
I'm busy having a stare down with something.
Oh, okay. They got a 20. I would say people who got fairly high, like 20 plus. You guys would know this. It's a sword. The specifics of a sword have been very mixed. As in, there's clearly been a operation for about hundreds of years of people trying to kind of like make it unclear what kind of sword is. However, those who have studied a bunch about this, which I think functionally, at least for Moritar, I can see circumstances him knowing specifics, and then for the rest of you got that high, as in Sardonyx and Nornless, you would know it is a relatively simple looking sword. It's a perhaps a Viking broadsword of sorts. It's not. It would be a one-handed sword most likely. And it is rather simple and has a sheath. And the sheath is the most important part. Now, in terms of the details on it, it likely has some fine detail to it. But the simple thing is that its sheath is a defining quality, as in the utility, like the legends surrounding the blade are associated with it being unsheathed and such. Therefore, whatever you'd be looking for would be a one-handed, like, Nordic sword with some type of detail that has a sheath, and the item is likely would be sheathed.
Yes, I explained exactly what that weapon looks like in this voice.
Victorian, after hearing this, will kind of take a sigh of relief. Okay. Oh, yeah. That sounds. Yeah, we could. That's definitely interesting. He seems very relieved.
Your reaction is a little odd. Do you feel some type of way about swords?
We can agree to disagree.
Just, I'm just glad it's a sword.
I don't
He-
know what that means.
He casts a concerned-ish glance over to Issa.
Should I, Titus, understand what's going on? Because both Titus and
Yeah.
Norris are confused.
Oh, were you here when we found out that Issa, the egg that Issa comes out of is an ancient weapon?
No.
I don't think either of us were even in the campaign yet.
No.
No, you guys were. You guys were. Wait, where?
I don't believe so. That
I
feels like
don't-
new
I don't know
information to
this.
me,
There
bro.
was a whole big lore drop.
It was a couple
I-
sessions ago, I think.
I do not recall this.
I do not recall this.
It was like, I believe Moritar was there.
I
and
wasn't.
think Adam-
It was like the one session where I was
Okay,
not there.
Yeah.
then Nornless was there. I think it was Nornless, Victoria, and Avedon. I think.
Did I just
Yeah,
forget?
Well, I haven't missed this. I only missed one session.
Okay, maybe it was Ace. I don't remember who it was. You guys were. It was before you
don't
guys
know.
got into the city.
Okay.
It was. It may have been the session you guys. It was either the session when you went to the castle or the session after the castle. I think.
Okay,
It was one of
assuming
those
we know
sessions when
this
you're out in that area.
knowledge, could we just get a refresher?
From
Either,
From me or
whoever
who?
knows.
Oh,
Victoria,
yes.
if you want to go for it.
Yes. Long story short, when we were talking about random like motivations and all of that, I spoke about the volcano, and then I gave the backstory of I didn't go into full detail,
Say in
but
character.
in character.
Yeah.
Like
I
an
assumed that was the
in-character
idea.
refresher.
No, you don't have to do
I
that.
thought that was the idea. You don't
No,
have
no,
to.
no,
I
no,
thought
no.
that was. Okay.
No, I'm asking for out of character because apparently Nornless
Oh.
already knows this information.
Yes. Okay, let's hit it in character. But no, out of character. Victoria gave the lore drop that Issa actually hasn't hatched yet. He magically summons her from inside the egg that he's currently carrying around, and that he's looking for a way to hatch her. Ian then revealed to us information that I didn't know, that the egg itself is actually one of the ancient weapons. I don't know I don't remember all of the things that we got told regarding it being an ancient weapon, but we just found out that it was an ancient weapon.
It's an ancient weapon, and its ability, I believe it, functionally, you are in the understanding that due to the nature of the egg, that is the reason you're able to summon Issa, as in that is one of its powers.
Okay.
Additionally, it glows sometimes.
Okay,
It's legal.
understood. That's why they seem relieved that it was a sword and not an egg.
Yes.
Noted.
Which
Okay.
means that I should probably, I forget the specifics on this, but if I actually did give you light parameters, then I'll have Issa glow.
Okay, got it.
That's adorable.
Yes, it's a simple blade, honestly. Rather, one of the more visibly mundane ancient items. Yes, no, I suppose. Have you been much deeper, Sardonyx? I apologize. Miss Niflis, Norlis wouldn't have called her Sardonyx. That was a slip of Titus' tongue. Miss Niflis, have you been deeper? When did you get separated from your two colleagues? Is another good question. Where is Moritar?
Oh wait,
You
hold on,
hear
yeah.
him, you hear Moritar cast a spell, or a more so a cantrip, in the distance. And you hear a smell of, or sorry, not hear a smell. You hear a sound of, a bit of flame hitting something and it writhing around a little bit.
I hate being in places I
Oh,
can't
wait,
see.
that was bad for me to do it in that moment, because that's unhelpful.
You
I
can see.
No, I mean like I can't see beyond the scope of what I currently
Okay.
can see.
Okay.
Like I
was
can't just go on my own and explore. Like I don't, because I'm relying on your light is what I meant.
Yeah.
Sounds like someone should have picked up the light cantrip.
I think I did have it, and then I replaced it for something else.
Can't I cast light? I can't cast light either.
I want to hand Nordalis my lantern. Like, don't shake it too much. He gets a little.
I
angry.
can light a candle or a torch at will though.
I'll say that I'll say that you can, if I thought I had rules for this, but I'll give light to Issa, and I'll have it be like 15 feet, and yeah, 15 feet light and 15 feet dull, or whatever it's called. That seems
Dim
fair.
light.
Moritar,
Bright light versus dim light.
where are
bright.
you? Called out by pinging on the map.
Screaming. Can I do like a survival check to see if I can find out where Moritar went?
I mean, you would have seen Moritar walk past the newly acquainted Siren.
Okay, then I'll kind of start floating in that
Also, that
direction.
light is gonna be blue.
Woo! I have light now.
Everyone can see that, for your reference.
I think that's the point. It's actual light.
Oh! I understand.
It's not dark vision. It's light.
Got it.
God, this looks so funky on my map because Ace has purple stuff, so it looks wild.
Yeah, there's blue and I've got fucking red.
Mr. Felicity, if you'd like to come with us then.
You see a burnt to crisp like thing. It looks like a large like mushroom shaped thing that looks like it was basically lit on fire by Moritar and killed.
Oh, you had combat while we were gone?
Perhaps.
Let's see over here fighting for it. Moritar's fighting for its life over here.
I just walked up through fire and walked over it. I just thought it's best that I scouted around. I don't think anything could really. I'm pretty sure if I yelled loud enough or smacked something loud enough, you all would have heard. Or the crunching screams of my death throes would have alerted you.
I'm gonna be away from keyboard for like 45 seconds.
That's terribly macabre, Moritar. Are you feeling alright? Do you need to talk?
I'm so tired.
I mean, no, I'm just being honest.
Okay.
Are you good?
Yeah, for real, mate.
Who you asking?
Moritard.
Oh.
Yes, I'm perfectly fine. It's
Abaddon, you are quite quiet, by the way. If you can, like, move your microphone closer to your mouth.
please flute.
Like, I want to hear that ASMR breathing again, please.
Boo.
Can you hear me closely now?
It is better now, yes.
Delightful.
Okay, now I'm walking back upstairs. Also, if there seems to be any areas where it looks like, if it looks like, oh, this is an area that moves to another map, then assume it does. As in, if there's any area that has no wall and looks like it would keep going, it does. That's a path to another portion, another tunnel. And there's several of those on this map.
Another
Okay.
path open.
Okay, you guys didn't move as much as I thought you would have. Okay. So yeah, you guys still can see the dead thing. Also, Ace, you would notice, and maybe some of the other ones, maybe Victorian as well. What looks like an old nest of sorts with 2 eggs upon it, which both look like they've been cracked, and whatever was in
This?
them must have hatched quite a while. Yes.
There might be
Additionally,
more stuff down here, guys.
whomever was around here, there seems to be some very old glassware, like small bottles from years ago, from hundreds of years ago. Also, as you kind of moved around, I don't know if anyone went over here, but you guys have seen lots of, there seems to be lots of bits of wall that have fallen off, and it's all over the place. This place is quite the mess.
Oh, kind of.
Moritar, you hear the slight sound of flapping. I mean, not like a continuous flapping, just bits of flaps, like here and there, from here.
From
Kind
where?
of like
Time
from
to,
this,
there. All right.
kind of like a bat, but not really. Like, it sounds a lot weirder than that. Like imagine if hats were elastic, and if you could bend a hat back and then put it back into place.
That's very
Like-
specific.
Like if it was a wide brim hat.
Sounds like a no. That just sounds like a hat to me.
That's a really specific. I
Okay,
feel like.
Moritar, you see a side cave with some mushrooms, and on the top of the cave there seems to be some roosting creatures. They look not too disturbed by you, and each of them kind of looks like a squid if it was kind of built around the shape of a witch's hat, and then along the top, the mid portion is a row of eyes across its cylindrical, across its main body.
Do they look like something we should be afraid of?
They look to be just minding their own business. They don't look. I mean, they look a little spooky, but they also don't look like something that would be like, oh boy, it's this. You aren't. None of you are immediately clear on what this is.
And I just kind of jot down notes about the creatures. I just kind of jot down some notes regarding the creatures.
No,
Yeah.
you cannot.
Like in game.
No, you're not.
Nope. None.
Nope,
Oh,
not
okay.
allowed. No,
You can
you're
put the
dying.
notes anywhere, including the if you want, I can make a little area for
This is
various
in
notes for people, as
character.
long as it doesn't turn to shitpost. But yeah, you could write. You could
Sure,
write
I just meant in session, but sure.
Okay.
I didn't for the sake
Yeah,
of.
I mean, it's up to you.
Yeah.
I mean, or you could just put it in the
Moritar
thingy.
sees that they're not
Okay,
actively
you're right.
going to attack you or attack them, and gives 2 less of a fox.
Okay.
I'm not about to go wanton murder random creatures. For the most part.
I haven't checked the Discord in a second. Let me look back at there.
You're good.
Plays flute.
Okay. Yeah, ever playing the flute? Oh, I can put the flute music back on.
Sure.
Unless you want a different flute music, I have a different set you can play. What is
They
it?
can't even hear it, so they couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I guess. As in, I have another bard chord that I got more recently. Okay. Uh. What? Okay. Just awkward silence. Okay. So as you guys move around, where are you guys? Okay.
Spreading out
Wait,
a little bit. I think everyone's spreading out a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys are kind of moving around. So some of you are kind of going more south. Okay, I guess all of you guys are going north. I didn't know if sorry,
I'm just
Nornless. I
following
would
Mortar.
say Nornless. You would have noticed there was a weird side chamber over here with the webs, and another chamber that seems to go somewhere else. Additionally, some of you are seeing there's also a path that goes off map over here this way. It seems to be another tunnel. And some of you can kind of glimpse that there seems to be another tunnel going over here. Oh boy, this is fun. So Mortar, you recall that the person with you, Sardonyx, mentioned having fought 2 people. You might have seen the dead.
Yeah.
It looks like they may have been pretty brutal. It looks to be they must have stabbed a person in the throat and then kicked them against. Like during that long rest, but it's entirely possible those roguish types could have also been of a Bake clan. I mean, not like definite.
I'll take one of the symbols.
Okay.
Can you send that to the one-on-one thing so I know how to spell that?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, but I will say there is a. Oh, yeah. Okay.
I made a mistake.
That's the only clan I have like a proper like definite symbol for. Let me see if I have it. Somewhere around here.
Alright.
Boo.
And then I'll check for anything else of mild import on him.
There's they have a bow, and then they have a rather elaborate looking arrow holster, whatever those are called.
A quiver.
They have a very decorative looking quiver.
In the bag it goes.
Yes.
Well, I'll do an Arcana check just in case, and then in the bag.
It seems magical.
Alright. So, there's no point in it. If I know it's magical, in the bag.
Okay. Make sure to make notes of the stuff you collect as well.
I have them.
Okay. Having that that's also something that's helpful if you can, for future, make your character on Roll20, or at least post that stuff so I can get to it easier, but it's not too big a deal. Well, it kind of is. Okay. Ace, you see a path leading north. There seems to be some mild footprints coming from there, which look like they may have been like recent, as in. Actually, wait. Would Sardonyx have been constantly flying or no? My main point is that it looks like there's footprints that looks like relatively recent that probably were Sardonyx's as they look around her foot size.
Not gonna
Oh,
like
our
flying
shoe size.
constantly like that would be exceedingly tiring.
Yo,
but, like,
what's that?
probably-
What's what?
Oh, you see, Ace, you see what looks to be a big ol' centipede. It looks like it's reeling up a little bit and looking at you.
I'm gonna
Loud
back up.
girly scream coming from Ace.
I'm gonna while loudly girly screaming. I want an Eldritch Blast.
Oh no! It's gonna. Okay, centipede murderer. Okay, roll
I don't like
roll to attack.
No!
I mean, sorry, when you're in a cave and a giant, centipede pops up, but you have the power
Can
to.
I like hold up my hand, just pause for a second if I find out what's happening? Actually, I can't see,
There
never
are
mind.
there are several
discard.
walls in the way, and you don't know about this the horror that's about to be befilled. Okay. Oh boy.
No.
Okay. A 10 and a 25.
Oh boy. The first thing misses, the second hits.
Okay.
Actually, it's not supposed. It's a. Yeah, it's more like this. But yeah, sorry. You hit it in the head, but close to its head, and it creates a big hole in its body, and the centipede just falls over dead.
Oh.
Victory was achieved that day.
Fucking bugs.
You soon notice that there is some smaller centipedes by it that look like it's young, who were amongst its back, who are now kind of in a confused and saddened state.
Everybody knows centipedes are cruel, heartless creatures.
And I'm a crueler, heartlesser creature.
Centipedes do carry very young, I believe. Aww.
That's all I would do, just like the wiggly bastards. I'm not gonna kill the other ones. They're not scary. They're not big.
Ace, what did you just shoot at? I didn't quite see it.
There's a big Ridley bitch over there.
Wait, why can't you hate centipedes when you live in a region that has the largest centipede? Wait,
That's
No,
the
no,
perfect
no.
reason.
never
they
mind.
said
Yeah, you have the largest centipede in the world. The largest
Yeah.
centipede in the world lives in your lives by your island.
I fucking hate bugs.
Oh. Well, no, not by you. You don't live on an island. Do you?
No, no,
I was
no.
referring to the person who
Washington
lives
is not
on
an
an island.
island. Oh yeah,
Yeah, I
no,
was
I live
referring
in
to,
Washington.
To Amethyst.
I have common ground with them.
Yeah, you also live on an island, but you don't live on an island that has big centipedes.
We have
Unless you're referring to
centipedes,
the queen, but she's dead. Actually,
Or is
I don't
she?
want to compare the queen to the centipede. Centipedes are cool.
I mean, the queen was a pretty cool person, all in all.
Cruel,
Except she was
not
just
cool.
old.
Well, maybe I'm just biased because I don't like colonizers. But that could just be a
spoke out
racially.
against more things. I don't know.
That could be racially motivated on my part.
I mean, like half the planet's colonizer.
That's a.
I'm not wrong.
That's not a good framing.
She's not wrong.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. You're booing them because they're right.
Okay, so you guys see a path going up, not upward, but in this direction. It seems to have a bit. Make sure you look at the map a little bit. It looks to be a continuation of the cavey bit. It's unclear. There could be some more catacomb bits that way. I would say in total, I'm not sure if I think Minotaur might have seen the one over here, but there's one.
There's one like down at the bottom where I was heading, and then
Four.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
you guys have found about 4 different tunnels coming from this main kind of area, not including the place you came from.
Can we speed this up by saying we walked around and found all the different tunnels?
Yeah.
Which is probably 4.
Yeah.
Or 5. Ooh.
And let's see.
Because if there's no active threat or nothing of major interest in the rest of the area, we'll just speed it up.
Okay. So you guys don't end up not finding another in this general area. I mean, there's some more interesting things of here there, but you don't find any other creatures besides the centipede that you murdered, and the weird like mushroomy thing, and was possibly like, you know, docile squid creatures. Which you could do a nature check if you want to determine things. So you guys heading north, or which route do you intend to go? I need to. Okay.
North.
I don't. The song I meant to play wasn't working for some reason. Okay.
Also, just wondering how much longer is this session gonna go on for?
Yeah, is this a good ending point for people, or did you?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
better than switching on to a new map just to immediately.
Okay. Oh, because I was expecting to end around 9:30 unless it's a bit late for people. Like I generally end around 9 or 9:30.
What time is it for you?
8:45.
Okay. then.
8:48. I mean, yeah.
Well, it's 10 to
I
2
mean,
for me.
I think I used to start like end a little earlier actually. I used to end around like 8:50, I think, or 8 for 8. Like sorry, around like
I'd say
8:30.
yeah,
I think.
it's just 10 to 2 for me.
Okay. Uh,
Yeah, I think it might be a good cut-off
so you guys
time.
are heading north. So I will move that. Wait, where is the?
I've just been up since 7 a.m.
Wait, where is the map?
Well,
Sorry, I misplaced the map. I'm gonna put you guys on.
5.
Misplacing a whole map is crazy.
Oh, here we go.
Sardonic said they came through that tunnel, the north tunnel, so we don't need to waste time going that way.
Oh, okay, right, yeah, that
I-
changes what that changed where we're going then.
Okay, I will say that. Well, actually, I won't say anything. I'll let them speak for themselves or best things. But yeah, there may be stuff there, but I'm saying that they did move through that area to get to here.
Which
Okay.
means it should be like lowest on priority as it has at least been briefly combed through.
Not to say it's safe. In that case, which way are you going down? Which path do you intend to go?
I gotta find where the bath was. Oh, there's one there.
We could also split up, which might be not a bad idea.
That's always a bad idea.
Never split
Don't
the
you
party.
know you never split the party?
One there, and then I don't know what you mean by like.
There's another one way over here. But
And then there's one all the way down here.
Ace, do you go down that tunnel? Aw.
Oh, there's one there. There's a big one, little one, and then one on the very far.
I was just seeing where the ones we saw were. That's all.
Okay. I don't know why
Big
it is,
way,
but that
small way.
the flute music never worked again for some reason here.
Big way, small way down below, and then the far.
Amethyst probably. Wait, let me make sure it's not a. Oh, never mind.
How's the weather?
Wait.
How's the weather way down there?
It's been raining for like half the day.
It's been raining all week.
Yeah, it has been.
Yeah, I got
It
told,
was-
hey, go put up the paddling pool and get it running. Get it running.
It was
But
sunny for like
starts
an
raining.
hour during my lunch break, which was nice, but it's just been raining otherwise.
Wait a second. No.
Okay, so I'm just answering something. So which tunnel do you guys go down? Sorry for the music being off. Which tunnel do you
Haven't
guys go down?
decided yet.
Okay.
Which ones do people want to go down though?
I have no opinion.
We have one. If it would let me draw, well, oh, it did. It's just very thin. 2, and then like 3 all the way over there.
go to the one that's in front of us. Let's go into one.
That's a pleasant that I go to one then.
I can work with that.
Worst case scenario, we always just circle back around.
Okay. So you guys go down one. Okay, so this
Unless
leads...
Sardonyx has something to say.
Oh boy, this will be a fun one. Okay. Okay, put your characters down around here.
DM layers on.
Oh, what?
We can see
Yeah.
You can see
everything.
everything.
Yeah, we can see everything.
Oh shit! God damn it! Look away. I'll fix it right now.
Yeah.
Look away.
I don't know what they are. I just saw
Yay!
tokens.
Good thing I was deleting stuff anyway. Yay!
I zoomed that
Oh,
all the
come
way.
on! Don't do it over one place I didn't want you put down. Unless I accidentally pinged there. Did I accidentally ping in that location, Normalists?
No.
I saw where Ace was, so I dragged my thing there.
Oh,
God damn it, Ace! I'm gonna kill and eat your dog. Wait, no, that actually sounds bad because you actually have a dog. Shit.
Oh my gosh.
I will find
That's
you.
crazy.
And I will hunt you down with a
Okay,
dull
John Wick.
spoon.
Yeah.
Okay, John Wick.
I mean,
Hey, I don't
yeah,
have a
no,
Mustang. I
John
have a
Wick,
Miata.
man.
I don't have a Mustang. I have a Miata.
That's a good spot to. That's a good spot to end there.
I didn't really see anything. I just kind of placed my guy down. So
So that's where we'll end. With the possible, wait. Let's see if any of you saw that. No, yay! I'm happy, but I have the dimming on. Okay, good. Yeah, that's where we'll end. You guys would have walked for a good while for that tunnel and then finally get to an opening of sorts. Which is where we're going to end this. But before we end, we're gonna do boom points. I'll start this time around, which I'm going to give one to Sardonyx mainly for deciding to be, going up and deciding to be introduced despite the, technical issues and whatnot. And I think that's good. I like how they went about things, even though we, couldn't do it properly, or at least couldn't do it in in the call verbally. But yeah, that's who I'm giving my boom point to. Who would like to go next?
Okay. I'd like to give him a boon point. I'm not sure if it's been explained to you or not yet, Amethyst. As boon points are essentially. Wow, let's try talking for once. Essentially,
Real.
Awarded points for exceptional flavor in the session, in one way or another. You did something cool
like
that
murder
stood
and
out.
Abaddon.
Yes, like you did something that stood out, and a player gives this a recognition award, which is pretty much what it is, saying, wow, you did great because you did this, and it's a way to hype up your party members. I'm giving a point to you because I like how you immediately bled into character. You knew how your mannerisms were, how your character was interacting, even though you couldn't be as verbal as you would like. You leaned into it really well, and I liked that.
Who's going next?
Ace.
I'm not. Ace,
What?
There's always the option to say none.
I don't think there really is one for this session, because like other than just giving another one to Amethyst, but that's
Okay.
Abaddon.
I'm gonna give one to Victorian because when you're interacting with Amethyst, I don't know if it was intentional, but when you were talking, you sounded like super mistrusting.
Yes.
Like I kind of
So, Victorian heard that there was an ancient weapon being sought for and immediately got scared it was Issa.
No, I found a mistrusting voice very funny.
Yeah, no, he's just been very mistrusting ever since even the party was apprehensive about Issa.
Meta-wise, the reason for the vast majority of people in the city currently is due to looking for ancient weapons. More so a specific one.
Exactly. I just happen to have one, and I'm like,
I mean, Mortar and I are technically in possession of one, which may or may not have caused several
I'm in
deaths.
possession of one.
Well,
It's a
maybe.
cover story.
2 maybe.
Well, not even a maybe, a 2.
Yeah, 2.
Okay, next, Mortar, would you like to go?
I'd like to give you one for the threat of dog consumption.
real.
Real.
Valid.
I will hurt you. If you touch Zygmunt, I will hurt you.
Sigmund?
Yeah.
Like the dude with the really white
Sigmund
furs.
Freud? No.
I didn't name him, my buddy did.
Okay.
It is a
Is
good
that
name, isn't it?
everyone? Actually, Sardonyx,
I
you
have
can
no
give one
idea.
if you'd like. Oh, sorry, Victorian, yeah. Would you like to give one Victorian or no?
Yeah.
Denied.
I guess I'll just go fuck myself. Alright, Victorian.
Wait, what?
I'll do it for you.
You're
I
being
got
talked
you,
to, friend. It's
Yeah, I
Oh, what did
asked
you
if
say,
you
my
wanted to give one.
Yes. Sorry, my brain shut down. What did you say?
Would you like to give a boom point?
Yes. I want to give one to Titus for accidentally sparking a anime recap in the middle of the session. Like, you know how they do those little backstory like recap things or like flashbacks? I just want to say that I love Titus starting one of those.
It was really good.
I might be unaware of my own actions. What is that in reference to? What did I do?
You not knowing that Issa was an ancient weapon.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Gotcha.
By the way, in this case I didn't say it, I did mention it to Amethyst, I think, but honestly, it's probably been a week and a half at least, or maybe like 2 weeks. But yeah. So if you want to give one, you're welcome to, Sardonyx. All you basically need to do is, like, have a picnic, essentially, like, the main bit is it can't be something that someone's already chosen. Like, you can give the same person someone's already chosen.
Also, I
for a
do have to
different
head
reason.
out, so I will be gone.
Okay, bye.
Adios.
But you.
Okay.
They give a point to Moritar for having a Zoro moment. One Piece reference, if not aware.
Oh yeah, just
A
wandering
lot of us
off.
read One Piece.